Welcome to the Randy McDonough channel, where you hear all the cool music that belongs in your collection and the cold beer that belongs in your fridge, eh? Yeah, anyway, here I am, right? Sorry, clearing my throat, right? Okay, so today we're talking about, you'll notice I'm incognito, right, with the shades, because I'm talking about espionage and all that stuff, and intrigue, right? And with that, you're probably going to guess that I'm talking about James Bond, eh? So I'm talking about a James Bond soundtrack that belongs in your collection, eh? And for sure, it's this one, On Her Majesty's Secret Service. And you get the original motion picture soundtrack, right? Right here. Here it is. On the vinyl in all its glory. It's in pretty good condition, considering it's 1969, eh? So it came out in 69. It's got that logo. How's he get all those girls, eh? Man, it must be the size of his gun, right? Look at that guy up there. Handsome devil, right? Okay. So 007 James Bond. And you'll notice some of the, right up front here, says some pretty cool things about who's on it. Like John Barry, amazing conductor, eh? And lyrics by Hal David. So great lyricist. Mr. Hal David in the house. And so I'll talk about the vinyl while we're looking at it. There you go. Basic 1960s-ish artwork and diagram, pretty cool. And right here, you'll see it's on an old United Artists label, really old one, going back to 1969. Not as old as Randy, but hey. And what else we got here? Nice back drawings and everything, right? Whoa, look at that fight, excitement, eh? Woo! Guys on skis with machine guns, right? Mostly you see guys on skis and beers around here in Toronto area, right? Up in Collingwood and Blue Mountain. Anybody go up to Blue Mountain on the slide ride? I used to do that, eh? Except I wiped out once on it, eh? Got a wicked sore. Anyway, and you see OHMSS, so I'm not sure what that stands for, eh? But must be code. And lines up all the stars, right? George Lazenby, because there's another guy, Sean Connery. He was doing it before, right? And he was out. He was done. But he did come back. He changed his mind. Kind of like all those football players retire, right? And then they burst into tears, eh? And on TV and everything. Then next thing you know, they're coming back for another $1 million, right? And everybody's supposed to feel sorry for them or something. I don't know. Anyway, eh? Oh, Diana Rigg, Pretty Lady, and Telly Savalas, you might remember him as Kojak, eh? Not Kolchak the Night Stalker, but Kojak. Let's get that straight. Telly Savalas, all right? Always had a lollipop in his mouth, right? Okay, and there's a picture of John Barry, the man himself, the magician. I might be holding it too close to the camera, maybe. But John Barry, he was only 35 years old when he did this. Soundtrack's brilliant. Okay, so like I said, well, there's also one other person on this album that you should know about, and that's Louis Armstrong, eh? So the song "We Have All the Time in the World" is on here. A wonderful song. And classic, you all heard it before. No need to reintroduce it to you, but as per demand, I'm going to play some music off this stuff. Still talking about the vinyl, though. Got the old inner label, United Nations, right? I was going to say that with James Bond on the mind. But United Artists, pretty cool. Pink and orange, a little psychedelic. It was 1969. If it plays, could be something going on there. I don't know. You tell me. You try it later, eh? So, great stuff. If you're only going to have one James Bond soundtrack, this is the one to get. So, again, I said the writers. Hal David's on there. Who else was on there? John Barry, of course. He wrote the music and all that stuff. And the Propellerheads did the main title theme in the 90s. They did a sort of electronic version of it. And they dubbed a lot of the original music in too, right? Really cool too. You check that out, Propellerheads. I think I have their CD, but I'm not sure, eh? And played it backwards. Nothing happened there, eh? So no Zeppelin effect there, or any music talking about people dying or anything like that. Nothing. Never saw John Barry live, but of course I saw many James Bond movies in the theater live, so that's got to count for something. All right, so here's a little sample, and like last time, I might get a little email from a record company saying I was banned somewhere, eh? But I'm getting thousands of views, right? So I guess I'm not really too worried about it. I don't think I'm really gonna get any money out of this, so I don't think the record company. They said I owe them money if for playing Squeeze in the last one. So that was pretty funny, eh? I said if I make any money out of it, I'll do it, eh? But meanwhile, I'll just return some empties. Come and help me out, and you can keep the empties, eh? So anyway, all right. Enough of that. Here's a little sample here. Main theme. Dig it. He introduced like merges some guitars in, some electric guitars in with the music and electric bass in with all the orchestra, classic orchestra instruments. So very cool. Check it out. Pretty cool, eh? Great stuff. And I did a little hand movement to help you guys out, eh? A little more visual stimulation, okay? All right, and so I'm going to check out Louis Armstrong's one, eh? It's a great one, too. Classic. A little sample of that. You all know it. But here's a little sample, and woohoo, look out for the copyright infringements, eh?
All the time in the world, time enough for life to unfold all the precious things love has in store. We have all the love in the world. If that's all we have, you will find we need nothing more. Every step of the way will find us with the cares of the world far behind us. We have all the time in the world just for love, nothing more, nothing less. Oh, love.
All right, wasn't that wonderful? Okay, so check it out. This is an album you deserve. Hey, check it out. All right, hey, so Woo Lemaire, Woo Lemaire, Woo Lemaire, Woo Lemaire. I'm giving that 4 Woo Lemaires, because there's one song that's absolutely horrible on there about growing Christmas trees or something. And lucky it's just at the end of the vinyl, so you don't have to worry about it. So, but other than that, go for it and rate, subscribe, comment. Talk to you later, eh?